Hello and welcome to all of you on my productive and skill oriented training platform. So whenever we think about the enterprise level virtualization platform, so we are directly going with the comparison of VMware ESXi with Microsoft Hyper-V or Microsoft Hyper-V comparison with the KVM, or you can say vice versa. But the important thing is that you have to understand about the architecture first. Whenever we talk about the KVM architecture, so we must understand the three major components or three major realities about the KVM. First thing is that KVM is not an enterprise level virtualization, or you can say not an enterprise level hypervisor when we individually talk about the KVM. KVM initially a low level virtualization platform, or you can say a low level virtualization technology which is directly integrated with all kinds of open source distribution. What is the core purpose of this technology? So basically, with the help of this kernel based virtualization platform, the open source distribution operating systems can easily find out the basic functionalities about the hypervisor, on behalf of which operating systems can easily identify that my processor is virtualization capable or not. That is the first thing. The second thing is that with the help of this KVM, the host and the guest components are predefined, which means that operating system knows that I am a low level hypervisor and I can easily distinguish about the guest machines and the host as well. So these are the two basic functionalities. Now the third important thing about the KVM is that you can easily identify your memory and your processor as well. You can isolate the major compute components inside the OS distributions whenever we talk about the KVM. So these are the three core functionalities. The first one is work as a basic or low level hypervisor, can easily identify its processor capabilities, and the third one, the guest and the host concepts, while which also include about the core areas of the compute. So that is the core components, or you can say these are the core features about the KVM. While if we are going to consider that it's an enterprise level hypervisor, so answer is no. Basically, it's a raw KVM. With the help of this, we can perform the basic functions while we cannot perform all the major functionalities, all the major purposes whenever we talk about hypervisor. So let's suppose that if I ask the questions with the help of raw KVM, can I create the virtual machine? So the answer is no. The second important thing is that I can emulate all kinds of hardware components like my network adapters, my USB, my storage, and all other adapters, which is generally integrated with my host machine. So the answer is again no. Now the third question, if I want to start, stop, restart, take the snapshots, and all these kinds of functionalities I can perform with the KVM. So again, answer is no. Now if I move forward and ask more questions about the basic architecture of the KVM, so the other question is the raw KVM is capable of providing the text user interface or graphical user interface by default for the purpose of management, administration, implementing, monitoring. So the answer is again no. The last and the most important questions about the enterprise level features, in which we are going to talk about the clustering, about the high availability, fault tolerance, backup features, and integration of on-prem infrastructure with the cloud. So these functionalities are also available in the raw KVM. So again, the answer is no. So you find that KVM is a powerful virtualization platform, but with the help of all other components. While if I only talk about the basic architecture of the KVM or the basic functionalities of the KVM, so these functionalities, these features are very, very limited. So